Hello everyone, this is Talby on Toby Fox. I can't remember. Talby something. But today I have a replay for you. This is not any normal replay people normally show you on the YouTube videos. I just beat up this random guy who probably doesn't not even know how to play the game. Me over here, I'm fighting. Oh, I've just got a drink on me. One sec. Me over here. This is the second time I fight for a champion. Last time was when I was ranked 2. Yeah, but I'm ranked 10 now. Mostly because I stopped playing for a long time. But I didn't know this guy was a champion. I'll let you know when I actually checked and thought he was a champion. But as you can see, after me, champion. I did not know this guy was a champion. So I was struggling quite a lot. Quite a lot. I'll keep the name up there. No, I'll get rid of it for now. My plan was to cut this area off and just to start pushing up here. Start putting up pressure, you know. So, right, currently I'm destroying that infantry unit. He tries to get around me, I know it, so that doesn't happen. This infantry unit's getting destroyed, and I don't think he notices. He does notice, but he doesn't pull it back. I actually put in water right now. As you can see, I have a 6 to 7k lead against him, especially since he just lost an infantry division. He tries one more time. I once again reject his push, and I start moving up some reserves. I decided to make some infantry units because he does push up here. I noticed, but he pulls up his own like half of his reserves to this part, and that kind of does screw me over. Right now, absolutely winning over here. All his units are depleted, all his reserves are depleted. Apart from his tank, but I don't think he wants to use it yet. He does slip past. Orders were delayed here, so it took me a bit of time, and he manages to regain the lead. As you can see right down here on the bottom left, I have the 10k difference, and I still do. Actually, no, there's a 10k difference now. I did have the 10k difference was in my hands, and he's managed to shift it back to him. I do encircle this, and I managed to catch back up to him. Mostly managed to catch back up to him. He finally moves up his fresh tank division. I start swapping around. No, for a bit this tank got depleted, and it took me a bit of time to start attacking that. Well, I was pretty unhappy about. But hey, what can you do? Yeah. I was immensely frustrated when that happened, though. Like, this unit starts getting depleted. I noticed, but yeah. He starts shifting up his units from another front against me. I take that advantage and thingy. Apart from that, yeah. I try not to push too far out, mostly because I don't have the units to expand too far. He does. Well, mostly does. I do change my mind. But then I was like, I do check. I see the infantry division, and I thought to myself, well, he's just gonna move his tank back. And I was like, well then, I'll just push on here and kill his tank. Lose infantry division. This is so far pretty close. I say that, and he has a 10k lead. Yeah, that's pretty close. 10k lead. I mean, circles that for a bit, and that just drops my numbers down. Like 1 to 2k, or 1k. I do manage to counter encircle, and I do drop quite a lot of his troops, but he does the exact same thing. I fall back, you know. I do manage to kill. Oh, yeah, that's all the bleed. I do manage to kill a tank unit. I'm happy about that. They're expensive as hell. Oh, I do manage to encircle that. I very happy with myself. Unfortunately, he manages to. I do push the wrong way. I meant to push this way, but what can you do? Either way, I managed to jump the gap again. And now he's just mass like thingy me. That was annoying there. I do manage to encircle him again. Some of the words I can use in that is do and manage. Only for a slight second though, so it wasn't that good. But then I moved my tank further down. I'm happy with that. And now he does try to get this off on me. Fortunately, that will not work. And I'm panicking because this unit is depleted. And oh no, oh no, oh no. So yeah, quite a lot of pressure on my side right now. Luckily, I noticed, I was like, wait a minute, and just encircle all that. And I do manage to destroy that too. It was a win-win. And now we're back up to even casualties. Around even casualties at least. I think that infantry unit dies. But yeah, it does, but I managed to pull out the tank. Alright. Encircle, I don't manage to encircle that, but I do manage to trap it, so that unit will die and will not be able to escape. Look how depleted these guys are. Oh god. I am doing pretty well in the north, but he is just a brilliant destroying my southern front. Now I do notice I get a cheeky encirclement. He does not notice this until it's too late, unfortunately for him. Tank down. No. I had no choice but to lose that unit. Very annoyed. Those things are hell of expensive. Like I said earlier. Yeah, that dies. Happy me. Lucky me. I'm happy. I move over the troops I had up in north to just shift over here. Because yes, I could push here, but he has 2 tanks, and those things take forever to kill. So this is the first time he destroyed my southern front. Now I don't know what his plans were really. I think his plans were just to annoy me, like encircle me in that. Mine was just to take the northern city. Now at this point, we come to a halt just because how depleted our forces are. And this is when I check his name, and I'm like, champion. And I just look at his name because I'm struggling against him. I was like, who is this? I don't know who this person is, but I just know he's a champion. Obviously, I was a former champion myself. I had proof. I do have proof. Because all my past videos had champion on my name. I do not have it anymore. I just have veteran. But we come to a halt for amount of time. I find my most strong infantry units. And I start pushing up here because, I'm like, I have like a 10k lead. I don't want him catching back up. I do start pushing. I also been building quite a lot of tanks for myself. I'm very happy about that. he has only started building his own tanks. So I was preparing for the late game, he was not. What gives me another advantage. So he always had the early game advantage just because he's been building infantry. But I was building mostly tanks, and now and again I popped off one infantry unit. So okay, I need some infantry. I need some extra infantry. 5v4, this is pretty good, pretty good. He does have 2 tanks. He doesn't push. Mostly because then he will have to have booster units to make sure he doesn't get encircled just because he's too far away from the city, and my city just... And mostly because he just can't hold that much of a big line. We do both manage to double our numbers around, double it around our numbers pretty well. Obviously. What I do love about this guy is he did not surrender one bit. He was like, fought until the end. I was very happy about that. Right. This unit, I played this one defensively. I don't know how this works. If your unit doesn't attack and theirs does. I know your morale doesn't get used as much, what means you can do more damage for a longer period of time. But I don't know if you do more attack damage stationary, even without the morale, or you just have a better defense bonus. I don't think this game has such thing as a defense bonus. So my only idea is it's literally just morale lasts longer. So a depleted unit does literally nothing for defense. Not depleted, a non-morale unit does nothing for defense. I have no clue. I can't test. It's hard to test. I'll just figure out myself. Now he does bring up like half of his tank divisions up. And this does get me a bit. Obviously, stop attacking him. He does the exact same thing. Another reason why, just because they could do the same thing. I do shift over my tanks up to the very northern, as north as they can go. Back stretch. That felt nice. Yeah, I do move mine up. He moves another infantry, you know. But these guys are equivalent to 3 infantry divisions on planes, but only equivalent to 2 on trees. What I mean by that is 2 infantry divisions can out damage a tank division on here, like twice the amount. But on planes, it does the exact same amount of damage as infantry unit, as 2 infantry units. What means you need like a third one to actually kill it, you know. Yeah. Obviously, I didn't know. I wasn't expecting him to be able to do that, so I started panicking, and you know, he starts doing all this. This was a dangerous game right here. Very dangerous. No. Luckily for me, this unit was getting destroyed, and I believe I do kill it. Or does it pull? I do kill it. And I don't manage to encircle it, but it's defo trapped. 100% it's trapped. And that will be the demise of that unit. Now the halt over here, I've halted just because, you know, I start shifting over more tank divisions. He starts doing the same, but he's not able to shift as many as me. Oh god, I have a cough. No, I have something in my throat. Yeah. Yeah. It was like, this is the second time I've recorded this video. Mostly because the first time it was stuck on the starting screen. I don't know why. Because I had some things in literally you just see my mouse moving, but you can see any this action going on. I say, if I get a drink of water, I'll be right back. You guys know that. Oh, the one thing I hate is that you can't remove the timer. That thing just gets in the way, and I can't tell how much unit is on, like how much HP it has. He has a desperate attempt of like trying to cap City because I have a 30k lead. Unfortunately for him, I have garrisoned all my cities, and that just gives me a bigger lead of 60k. Now I have around 60k lead. Well, it's more 50. Actually, yeah, 50, but you know. Now, I'm at this point, I'm getting over. What do you call it? Pushy. I don't know what you call it. But I'm getting over confident. Yeah, that's what it's called. Confident. And I started spreading my lines for him because I thought this was all his units. I was like, okay, that must be all his units. Surely it must be all his units. So I'll start pushing up here. And I was like, he'll only have like one unit there. Why? I'm correct. But I did not expect him to have two relatively fresh visions. I did not expect that. Made me panic. Unfortunately, he was not capable of doing it. He does encircle this too. I think mostly because I got distracted by this. Either way, that it's not gonna help him. This is the second time he destroys my southern front. First time he managed to get all the way to my city and like up here. And I just managed to push him back, obviously. Stalingrad moments. Stalingrad moments right there. Like I said, all these units will get evaporated. Yeah. No, I do push my tank back mostly because I'm afraid he'll encircle this full-on fresh unit, and that'll just be 20k gone. And I'm not looking forward to that. No, really honest with you. I push this back because I want it to heal. Yeah. Luckily for me, I have 2 tank divisions over here, so he won't be able to break this city until for a long time. Either way, I noticed I don't think it really matters much, mostly because they're all about to die anyway. But I mean, it does kill that unit a bit faster. It didn't matter that much. Now he does shift all his southern units north, protect his city. I think he scouted this out and noticed I had 2 tanks here, and he thought, nah. He does try a second time to mass encircle this. He did get close. I mean, if he had 2 more infantry divisions, maybe he could have done it. Like, wrap around here. I'm just destroy that. And that would give him the lead. 100% would give him the lead. Unfortunately, it does not. And I start shifting my units forwards again. Oh, I really need a wee. I shouldn't have drank that drink. Sugar. Well, not sugar. Dr. Pepper. No, it's Coke. Oh no, it's Dr. Pepper or Coke. One of them. I just necked the entire bottle. I normally have like a lot of sugar before I do any strategy stuff. Mostly because I need my brain to like focus and all that. And that just gives me a lot of. He does try, but unfortunately, 4 light divisions are countering my 2 heavies and 1 light. I managed to take the city, yip, and at this point he falls back across the bridge. I do not encircle that for some weird reason. I'm just too focused on here. But I do manage to hold him, you know, touching my city again. Stalingrad moments once again. The most surprising part is how he managed to do this twice, just destroy this entire southern front, and you to my city. Now I do keep, at this point, my attention has focused to the south, because my new target is this city. Because I had a relatively good idea that this was very well defended, and if he ever needed to shift units from here, he could easily do that with this bridge. So, first plan was to cut this off, so he can't support this front. I believe, actually, that wasn't my plan. That wasn't my plan at the start, but he did, like, try to do a massive encirclement because I bulked up my unit. I do like a lot, I think, as you can see. Unfortunately for him, I noticed, and I just stopped that before it could, you know, you see the lines. He did exactly what I expected. Unfortunately for him, I had a tank unit here, so these units are gonna last off. And this is one of the reasons why I kept all my tanks here, just because I won't be putting that much focus on here, so I wanted some pretty strong units defending that to give me a lot of time to notice it. I do start shifting my infantry units now. He does try this, unfortunately. That does not work for him, so he falls back. And all that. Just like that, his entire front has just been wiped. Now he has a relatively weak front on the south. His north, I'm not risking. I mean, I could have pushed his north. If I had a tank here, a tank there, but I didn't want to deal with like all the booster units I would need to make sure it didn't get encircled and all that. And it's just, you know, too annoying. He does try to encircle that, but I think by the time he does, I just took the city. And he manages to pull 1 unit out. Now, at this point, I'm rallying, I'm just pushing all these spare infantry units across this river line. And I do push this tank up because, like, well, he barely has any infantry there, and I don't think he's going to risk committing to this area, especially if I stack my entire army south and to the river line. So he does push back because he noticed I'm about to. And now I just now I do all this mostly because I wasn't expecting to. I do all this. I think what's very funny is 1 infantry unit could hold back, make like 2 boats, maybe even 3. I think I found that funny. I do shift these here because I know this would be death trap. I'm not. I don't want to do that. I have the numbers. I'm just gonna do this instead. Oh, so I do that, and now I have a crap. I have a lot of units. A lot of units. I have a lot of units. I do like I have booster units mostly because how far I'm from my city, and you know, doesn't help. And I do notice this, so you know, luckily for me, I boost a unit. I do pull 1 back just because that's getting too scary. I don't want that. No, unit dies. Unfortunately for him, his attempts have failed immensely. And I need this video to end so I can go for a wee and then edit it, make this video and post it to YouTube. he does build a tank. He could have built like 4 additional infantry units, and I think by the time I get there, there'll at least be half built. Maybe half built at that time. I have no clue. Ooh. I do push my tank a little bit because I noticed he has 0 troops. I don't for this one though. Mostly because can't be bothered. As you can see, I've shifted a lot of infantry units over here. Oh, I really need this for you. Should end. I prefer my videos being lower than 30 minutes, so I can plop in my intro and outro. My ideal time is less than 30 minutes. Now, my brain kicks in at encirclement. Oh. Even though his city's there, it doesn't really change anything, because that is his last city. You just tell, like, I've trained myself to encirclement. Oh. He does at this point we're just saying good game. All that. This is what I liked about this champion. Like, obviously I do the same, but I think there's a point where I just like, okay, I can't be bothered anymore. Okay. Yes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna go for a wee, and bye bye.